That's enough of that. What's up, everyone? Joel, Magic Boss, let me catch your crystals, and wait, hold on. Actually, this kind of like ruins the vibe. Hold on. There we go. Do 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 do. What's up, dude? My name is Joel, Magic Boss, let me catch your crystals, and welcome back to Doki Literature Club Plus. Woo! In the last video, we got to see a nice little emotional story of how Monica started off her club and Sayouri joined, and how Monica had found out about Sayouri's depression. But now in today's video, we are gonna go to the next side story, which is called Understanding. So I'm going to assume that in the end of this one, I think Yuri comes and joins in. So I'm wondering if this one is after this one. It could be a chance it might be, maybe not. But for now, I think we should go into it. So, let's just go into it. The club meeting is suddenly interrupted by the sound of the door, causing Monica and Sayouri to turn their heads. Oh, it is. The door opens halfway, then stops. A face peeks inside. A face that seems familiar. Oh. Sayouri's eyes widen, recognizing that girl. She was very conspicuously moused to Monica. It's her! It's the girl! It's true. The girl standing in front of the doorway is none other than the girl Sayouri had come across reading alone in the classroom. Thanks to Monica leaving a flyer on her desk, she seems to have found her way to the club. Are you here for the literature club by any chance? Am I in the wrong place? No, you're not. This is the literature club. Please come inside. The girl fully steps in the door, but continues to standing against the wall, avoiding eye contact. Sayouri continues to fail containing her excitement. It's happening! Oh my gosh! Thank you so much for coming. Sorry it's a little empty. I'm Monica, and this is Sayouri. We run the literature club, even though it's just us so far, but what's your name, by the way? I'd like to join your club. Already? Wait, really? Are you sure? I mean, I should be good enough. Everyone is welcome here. You don't have to be good enough. Oh. Do you want to have a seat? We'd love to get to know you. The girl nods, sliding over to a nearby desk, gently sitting down. So what's your name? Yuri. I'm Sayouri, and this is Monica. Sayouri, nice to meet you. Do you like fantasy? Like books? Yuri looks at Monica. Fantasy is cool. Yes. Have you heard of the Annabelle Dewpoint? Ah, I can't say I have. Oh, well, she's my favorite author. I'm on her 5th book. It's just... Yuri grins and presses her knuckles against her cheeks in joy. You can borrow my books. I wouldn't mind. You're really in for an incredible experience. Monica stammers, caught completely off guard by Yuri taking control of the conversation. She glances sideways at Sayouri, silently asking for help. I'd love to! It sounds like you're really into them, so they must be so great! I am so happy I found this club. Oh, I'm so stupid. I left all my other books in my locker. I should have brought them. Yuri quickly stands up. I'll be right back. I'll go get them for you. You probably only need to bring one for now. Sayouri nervously says that, noting to herself the considerably heptics of the book that Yuri set down on her desk. True. Okay, I'll go get the first one then. Yuri exits the club room in a flash, leaving Monica and Sayouri silently exchanging glances. Oh my gosh, I wasn't prepared for this. How did I handle someone so intense? I have no experience with fantasy, except maybe stuff that I've read when I was a kid, but that's probably like a joke compared to what she's into. I'm sure it'll be fine. In fact, I think it's neat that we have different people who are into different kinds of literature. It'll be fun to learn from each other. Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree, but what if this is her only interest? Does it kind of seem like that? Monica, don't you think you should be a bit more optimistic? We have a new club member. There shouldn't be room for anything but being happy. I'm excited to get to know her more, aren't you? Yeah, I guess you're right. Sorry for being so hasty. I just got really anxious all of a sudden. It's because you're afraid not being able to take the lead. What the heck? It's kind of scary how you can point things out like that, Sayouri. Just like learning that what makes people happy or sad. Yeah. Hey, you know what? You'd probably be great at helping Yuri feel comfortable here. Maybe you should take a break from helping me with the administrative stuff and just focus on spending time with her. Hey, that's exactly what I want to do! Besides, Sayouri lowers her voice. I
I'm probably gonna need all the time I can get.
She taps her finger against the dauntingly chunky book Yuri left sitting on the desk. Right afterwards, the door opens to Yuri's reveal. I'm back. Her breath is slightly heavy, which combined with her short time gone, indicates that she may have run at least part of the way. She makes her way back over to Sayouri and sets the book down on her desk. Just as Sayouri feared, the book Yuri brought for her is just about equal size to the one already on Yuri's desk. Well, there are probably a few things you should know before getting started on it. There are just some things that are more explained in other books to take place in the same universe, so going over those would be good to keep you from getting confused at the start. Sayouri nervously interjects.
Well, I was thinking maybe today we could get to know each other a little bit more. You know, I think, like, if we're going to be reading together, then I would like that.
From across the room, Monika smiles and nods at Sayouri, while Yuri isn't looking. Oh, okay. Yuri sits down, then looks at her book, then glances around the room, showing no indication that she has anything more to add.
So, what made you decide to want to join the club?
Well, I like reading, so I was immediately interested. I had no idea that someone was starting a literature club, but that's my fault since I haven't been paying attention to any club requirement advertisements. I only found out because Yuri glances over at Monika. Monika came into my class and put the flyer onto my desk. Suddenly Yuri's face darkens and she shakes her head to herself. I was so stupid. I got too nervous I couldn't even look up, and so she walked out. It took me several days just to come here because I was afraid that Monika told everyone how inconsiderate I was, but I decided that I was probably irrational. Wait, no, that was totally my fault. I felt so bad about interrupting you that I just walked out. I was actually really hoping that you would come by. Yuri exhales in relief. I always seem to interpret things as the worst possible scenario. Well, I was really nervous to come here for some other reason too, such as there being too many people. Not that I mind that much, but I have a really hard time having to meet a large number of new people at once. So it's actually amazing that it's just the two of you. I definitely came at the right time.
Aw, that makes me happy! I'm proud of you for working up the courage to come!
Yuri smiles warmly at herself. I've never really had the privilege of sharing my interest with others before. It's so hard to find others who are into the same things that I am, except online. So I thought the literature club could prove a chance for me to do that.
What kind of other things are you into?
Like, genres?
I don't know, just anything, even if it's not literature.
Oh, just things you would think are dumb. Sayouri pauses, a look concerned on her face.
How about I'll tell you about something I'm into, and then you can tell me something you're into.
I suppose that would be okay.
Okay. Well, I'm pretty into, crafty things, like making cute little collages, or decorating things like cards or jewelry boxes. My room's always cluttered with random stuff because I like buying things to make gifts for my friends, but then I put it off until the last minute. So yeah, that's something kind of silly that I'm into.
You sound so quite creative.
That's not much. It's just that you'd be surprised about how much you can do with scissors and glue and stuff.
So, I have to share something that I'm into now, right? Sayouri nods. Well, I guess I'm into nature.
I love nature! When I'm a kid, I'm going to start a nature club.
No, you're not. You're stuck here with me now.
I'm not!
Oh, yeah? Well, I hereby appoint you as vice president of the literature club. You're now stuck with me.
Hey, don't give me responsibilities! Oh, I'm sorry, Yuri. I interrupted you. Go ahead.
It's fine. Yuri pauses, feeling awkward after having gotten cut off. I like going into the woods or to the park, just places where you can walk or sit and not have any people around. It's peaceful. Just nice to kind of remove myself from everything that matters and let my racing mind operate anonymously for a while. I kind of feel that as well. I really like going to areas where it's really quiet, so I can just think or sit down. What I would just love is just to have a quiet area where I know 100% no one will ever go, and just start randomly dancing and things like that.
When do you like to do that?
It just depends on my mood. After school, on the weekends, whenever I feel like I need to. Wow, I feel like I would never have the time to do something like that. I find that we have a lot more time than we think we do if you don't let it slip through your fingers. The three continue their conversation, led primarily by Sayouri, but with Monika chiming in every now and then as well. Monika had intended to leave it to Sayouri and to focus on her own work, but she found it difficult not to join in. Before they knew it, the end of the day was upon them once more. Oh, it looks like we should be wrapping up for today. So are you two going to be staring on that book for the next club meeting?
That's the plan!
I'm so excited. Sayouri beams. Yuri collects her things. Once packed, Yuri wordlessly waves at Sayouri and Monica with a gentle smile. So it seems that Sayouri kind of brings in the poem. Yuri brings in the literature books, and as for Natsuki, well, just apparently she brings in the manga.
Bye!
As Yuri exits, Sayouri enthusiastically returns her farewell. Once again, Sayouri and Monica are left in the club room. Sayouri, you were a lifesaver.
Haha, I didn't do anything, I just talked.
Still.
Besides, it really lifted my mood. It feels really nice when I can put my energy towards other people like that. She was really excited to be included, you know? It made me happy.
Well, there's no doubt in my mind that she'll have a great time here with you engaging her. How are you feeling about starting the book with her next meeting?
I'm kind of scared, but I think she'll be happy as long as I'm trying my best.
I think you'll do great. After the surprise of a new club member, it seems like everyone has their spirits lifted and something new to look forward to. Yay! Yeah, my throat. Okay, hold on, I just need a quick drink. I'm out of water. Sorry. Another day, school ends. Swallowing her anxiety, Yuri makes her way to the club room, expecting to be the last one to arrive. As she opens the door, she's surprised to find only Sayouri in the club room. Oh.
It's club time again! Monica went to the computer lab, so it's just us today. Is that okay?
Yuri silently nods, unable to make eye contact. I'm sorry about yesterday. Sayouri tilts her head, unsure of what exactly Yuri was talking about. Well, I mean, the way I got overexcited to share my books and how you had to stop me so we could talk first. It was so inconsiderate of me. I got too excited and forgot about everyone else in the club, so...
Yuri, you didn't do anything wrong. Oh, sorry. I thought it was cute how excited you were.
Well, still, I think I changed my mind about the book. We don't have to read it.
Huh? Why?
Because I know that you were just humoring me anyway. In retrospect, it's rather obvious that nobody was truly interested.
But if you like it so much, then it must be worth sharing.
I've already decided I'll join the club, so you don't have to try so hard to entice.
That's not what I was doing.
A moment of uncomfortable silence stretches between the two of them. I like the pauses they add on.
Well, the thing is, we don't have any club activities yet. I mean, Monica and I have been working on recruitment stuff mostly, so it just sounds like something fun that we could do together, reading your books. You know, like as a club activity. That would be okay, right?
Why am I being so resistant to this anyway? It's exactly what I wanted to do in the first place, and you're being so nice about it. I really don't know what's wrong with me. I'm sorry for being like this.
You don't have to apologize. Just tell me if there's anything I can do to help. You feel more comfortable here.
Sayouri pulls her desk up against Yuri's and sits next to her. The book in question is already on Yuri's desk. Peering over, Sayouri reads the cover of the book.
Dusk Bell, Part 1 of the Everlast Saga. It's Dusk Bell by Annabelle. Sorry, I'm ready now.
Alright, I should probably get some paper. Yuri grabs a spiral notebook of hers and tears out a few sheets of paper.
Wait, how can we need paper?
Oh, it's useful to draw things out sometimes, like maps, timelines, family trees, or just for taking notes. That's what I do! Sometimes there are parts of the story where I keep forgetting things, like Harry Potter, Skullduggery Pleasant, and I'm like, wait, who's this again? Wait, is he dead? Wait, what happened to this guy again? I keep having to get notes out and then, like, keeping track of what happened to everyone. So just so that I remember exactly what happens. Wow.
Notes? Yes, that's an effective strategy.
Exactly. I'm sure it'll be especially helpful for someone new to the genre. Sayouri's jokes flew completely over Yuri's head, but thinking about it, she decides it's probably for the best that it did. Well, I'm not used to having company through this, but I'll try to help it as accessible as possible.
I trust you. You're like super smart.
Oh, please. Yuri tries to dismiss the compliment, but she can't hide her smile and light blush. You can't generalize intelligence. I'm only smart in the things that I have a lot of experience with. Contrarily, I'm awful at anything involving real people. That should be evident enough from the 2 days I've spent here so far. So in my eyes, it's everyone else who comes as far smart, especially you.
No!
Sayouri rubs her shoulders against Yuri's.
You're such a sweetheart when you're not being shy.
Anyway, would you like to get started?
Okay.
After the minor diversion between them, the two of them get back on track with their planned club activity. Yuri begins to guide Sayouri through the basic of the fantasy world of her book takes place in. The more of it she details, the races, factions, history, elements of magic, the more questions Sayouri seems to have. But despite Sayouri's expectation, Yuri eloquently guides her through it in a way such as that it's fun to follow along. It becomes evident that the world-building aspect of the story, not just the story itself, is one that Yuri finds a passion learning towards.
How do we come up with this stuff? It's like the exact opposite of the kind of writing that I do.
What kind of writing?
Oh, like poetry and stuff like that. The things I write is like putting down the feelings that come into my head, you know? But this is like, there must be so much planning and hard work.
Ah, you're into poetry? I think there's an appendix that includes some kind of kingdom's written work like poetry and folk song.
No way!
Haha. Yuri giggles, filling the Sayouri's heart with happiness when she realizes it's the first time she's heard Yuri laugh. It means Yuri must be having fun. Anyway, I think we can get started reading now if you're ready.
Okay, but I can't read very fast.
Oh, that's fine. I'm very patient. Patient is something I can pride myself in.
I see.
Sayouri jots Yuri's patient into her notes. Hey, that's for the book.
Haha, I'm just kidding. But I'm kind of glad you're patient because I need that sometimes. A lot of times.
Sayouri flips through the first few pages of the book, getting paste onto the table of contents.
Okay, chapter 1.
Okay, I'm quitting. The room becomes silent as the two of them begin to read, but the silence only lasts for a moment before Sayouri speaks up again.
What does vindicated mean?
Oh, well, in this context, it essentially means that he has proven innocent.
It's okay to ask questions, right?
Of course. Sayouri turns the page.
Are these footnotes?
A lot of the dialogue has cultural reference that require explanation to be understood. The two continue to reading. Yuri's relaxed expression remains unchanged. Meanwhile, Sayouri's expression grows tense as she tries to make her way through the dense text. Up until now, their expressions had been reversed, with Sayouri easily navigating social situations and Yuri struggling in them. But the tables have turned.
Wait, are they talking about the past right now or the present?
Where?
Right here.
They're talking about the past. These paragraphs are describing a flashback that Banaz is having.
They didn't tell me that.
It's implied from the context. Sayouri rubs her temples. The two of them continue, with Sayouri asking fewer questions. She begins to understand the value of the notes, as she finds herself referring to them somewhat often, and even adding to them. But her reduction in question comes not from her getting used to the reading, but rather from her fear that she'll come across as stupid. At last, Sayouri reaches the end of the chapter. I think we can stop here now.
Okay.
Sayouri takes a deep breath and closes what little of the book she's gotten through so far. So, what are your thoughts up to this point? Sayouri tries to find the words.
Am I doing well so far?
I'm not sure I understand.
Well, I don't know. When it takes me so long to read, I understand things. It makes me feel really dumb. But I really like how into it you get. It makes me want to keep going. I keep doing my best, and I can see it the way that you do.
The relaxation in Yuri's expression fades. I see. Yuri quietly gathers her things.
We can continue tomorrow, right?
Yuri pauses, then shakes her head. We can do something else tomorrow.
But...
I'm sorry.
Wait, sorry for what? I don't understand.
I'm sorry. I don't want to do this anymore, that's all. I'm sorry that I made you... Yuri leaves. Aw.
You weren't making me.
Sayouri's left alone in her words.
How did this happen? We were having fun just a second ago. It's my fault. I said something stupid and hurt her. I should have just told her that I enjoyed it. Monica trusted me with this. It's the only thing that I'm good at, and I still messed up. What if she doesn't want to come back?
Drowned in guilt, Sayouri stares blankly at her desk, spread with notes. The books sit next to them.
Right. If she wants to come back, then she wouldn't have left the book here, right? Unless she forgot to take it with her. Oh, this is horrible. Was it really because she thought I wasn't enjoying our time together? Or maybe she wasn't enjoying our time together because I'm not good enough. I probably let her down so much by having trouble following along. Yeah, I'm sure if I was smart, she would have been having so much more fun.
Oh, it's really reverse psychology. Oh, it's really you're in reverse on her.
I need to do better for her.
Oh, that was upsetting. Oh, we got another picture. Oh, it's of Yuri again. Oh yeah, it's the redraw. So far, the redraw of Yuri does not look any different, but when you see the redraw of Monica, Monica has a such more different expression. Like, let me see. So that's her at first, and then I feel like that her eyes are bigger, and like her hair is more longer than like what it used to be. I don't know. She has like a more bigger face, I think. Then this is Monica afterwards, and this is her before. It definitely looks more like simpler with the colors. We're just missing Natsuki though. For the first time, Sayouri is the first to enter the clubroom. Anxiety courses through her relentless. Will Yuri show up today? Sitting at a desk, she stamps on her feet in an attempt to calm down.
Why am I letting this affect me so much? I'm doing everything I can to make Yuri happy, but my best wasn't good enough. But it was still my best. But I'm letting everyone down. I'm always such a disappointment.
Sayouri continues to wrestle with her deprecating thoughts. Every tiny noises causes her to lift her head in anticipation of Yuri's arrivals. Minutes pass and nobody enters the clubroom. Not Yuri or Monica. Aww. Gosh, I'm so late. Why did I offer to help those other students with their work? I'm such a pushover sometimes. It's going to leave such a bad impression on the new club member like Yuri if I'm not the first one there. Monica rounds the corner approaching the clubroom. As she does so, Yuri? Yuri jumps at the sound of Monica's voice. She's sitting outside the clubroom against the wall next to the door. Embarrassed, she quickly closes the door the book she was reading and stands up. Oh gosh, I'm so sorry I'm late. You didn't have to wait outside for me. The door for the clubroom is open. It's not... Yuri stammers, unable to explain herself. She peers inside the clubroom through the window and then looks away. Actually, I was wondering if I could help you today instead. Huh? Me? With club publicity stuff? Yes. Monica is utterly confused. Why is Yuri asking this all of a sudden when she was so eager to spend time with Sayouri before? Did they not get along after all? Monica looks into the clubroom herself to see Sayouri sitting alone inside. Okay, you could have a simple job, but I'd be happy for you to tag along. Me too. Monica is worried, but she finds it difficult to insert herself into whatever conflict that may have arisen. It's a little ironic. She realizes that she could be so conflict avoidant after having been in the debate club. Okay, let's take a walk together. I just have to make copies of this new flyer, then go around the billboards and replace the old ones with new ones. Yuri nods and the two set off. The two walks in silence. Without Sayouri, Monica finds it quite difficult to strike up a conversation. So, how's everything been going? Fine. That's good. Neither of them follow up with anything more. Monica tenses up at this thin conversation. How the heck does Sayouri do it? Sorry, I didn't see you yesterday. I went straight to the computer lab to work on the flyers. Sayouri told me. What did you end up doing yesterday? Just some reading. Oh, I'm glad. It's really starting to feel more like a literature club now. Yeah, it's kind of funny. I felt so intimidated at first when I heard about a kind of reading you were into. But you know, it's kind of stupid of me because I'm just intimidated by the things I'm not good at. It's silly to assume that everyone who comes into the clubs will just have the same interest as me. But it's so cool that you were able to get Sayouri into it. It's like the club is working. I'm really happy about that. She's not into it. Huh? She's not into it, and I'm stupid for forcing her into it. Yuri falls silent again, as if she started her thought, but she can't figure out how to continue it. Did something happen? Yuri sighs. No, it's just me. Yuri pauses. I'm thinking. A moment passes in silence and Yuri shakes her head. I shouldn't be complaining to you all of a sudden. Don't be silly. I don't think you're complaining. I just want to make sure you feel welcome. If it's important to that, then you can tell me anything. Well, I do feel welcome. Too welcome, I guess. It's not... Oh, sorry. It's not an issue with the club. It's just an issue with me. So I feel wrong to inconvenience you with it. Ah. Monika pauses and thinks. Well, what if we put it this way? It's my job as the president to understand the needs of the club member, right? We're going to have all kinds of people join this club, hopefully anyway, and learning about the diverse needs and interesting people, and everyone will help me come up, what did I just say? With club activities that everyone can be happy with. That everyone can be happy with? Not just only some people. Of course! I need to be looking out for everyone, otherwise what kind of club would it be? I see. Yuri looks a little more relaxed. It signals to Monika that switching from sympathetic approach to a pragmatic one was a good choice. Each individual truly does have their own needs. Okay. Yuri takes a deep breath. I'm a really weird and awkward person. I've accepted that about myself. I just don't know how to, I guess, connect with other people. How is it so easy for everyone else? How do you just make conversation about any arbitrary topic? I could talk for hours about things that I'm into, unfortunately so much that I don't know when to stop. But for anything else, I just have no idea what to say. So I understand that about myself. I'm just not good with people. I can't help it. So it feels like whenever I'm confronted with a new social situation, I'm either ignored or made fun of or taken pity on. And Sayouri falls into that third category. What? Hold on, you're saying that Sayouri is taking pity on you? Yuri nods. I just want to be treated like a normal person. If you don't like me or don't connect with my interests, then just tell me. I can accept that and move on. Sayouri is too nice to me. I'm so stupid for not realizing that she would just go along with whatever I pushed onto her. Nobody deserves to be put themselves through what kind of discomfort just because they pity some weirdo who doesn't know how to make friends. It's the worst feeling. I hate it. Yuri Sharp's words cut through the tense air. So in the middle of the conversation, the two stopped the short hallway, prioritizing the conversation over their original task. Monika looks at Yuri. Yuri only looks down, with her fist clenched. I think you should tell her that. I could never say that to someone's face. It's pathetic. Sayouri is different. Making people happy is the most important thing to her. I'm sure that she's trying to do what. Yeah. So if you're able to explain to her what makes you happy, she'll do anything to make it happen. That's the problem. What kind of friendship has one person always trying to cater to the other person's weird needs? I'm sorry I'm making my sound so... No, I think I'm starting to understand. Monika hesitates to finish her thoughts out loud. It's something that Sayouri would be able to say better. Sayouri is someone who will give anyone, however much kindness they need in order to smile. But Yuri, who was difficult to accept kindness, must be driving Sayouri to be even more assertive in her kindness, further exacerbating the matter. Neither person is to blame, but it's an issue that can be resolved without them understanding each other better. Sayouri wants to be your friend, I promise that. It's okay for different people to have different needs. I mean, Sayouri, she has her own needs too, but good friends work together and can be what they need for each other. You just have to have a good communication and talk about it. I don't have good communication. Yuri stops and shakes her head. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that. My head is just... it's so resistant to everything. I'm punishing such a kind person away from me because of it. Yuri pauses to think. I'm so tired of this cycle. I'm creating for myself. I think I'm so afraid of people pushing me away that I just push them away. How thoughtless and immature of me. Yuri takes a deep breath and exhales. I didn't mean for this to turn into a whole venting session, but I understand now that I need to communicate with her. Haha, you're totally fine. It's for the club, remember? You're just helping making the club better for everyone. Yeah. Yuri falls silent again, and she looks like she wants to say something. This kind of critical thinking is something that I'm really bad at. You know, about people. So, thank you. Anytime. Monika smiles at Yuri. Just for a moment, Yuri finds it in herself to meet Monika's gaze, returning a shy smile on her own. Yuri and Monika finishes replacing the old flyers with the new ones. More accurately, Monika mostly did the work while Yuri followed along. But as the club room once again draws near, so does Yuri's confrontation. I can't do this. Yes, you can. It'll be great. Yuri sighs and shakes her head. I'm never going to feel confident enough. I just don't have to do it. If I don't do it now, I never will. Yuri starts it forward the door, but then turns to face Monica. You're not just going to wait outside, are you? Haha, I could take a walk. Want me to get you a coffee or something? Actually, I prefer tea. I like to make my own, though, so please don't worry about it. Although I suppose that's one downside for reading here in the club rather than at home. I don't get to drink tea while reading. Sorry, I guess that has nothing to do with this. You know, now that you mention it, I bet we could get permission to keep stuff for tea in the club room. You can use like an electric kettle to heat up the water, right? Would that really be possible? I'll look into it. I think it would be great. Yuri smiles and nods at the thought. Well, I'll be back in a bit. Good luck. Monica waves at Yuri, then turns around and departs down the hallway as Yuri's smile fades once more. A moment of daydreaming about tea isn't enough to save her from anxiety of the task that lies before her. But it must be done. Taking one more deep breath, Yuri timidly opens the club room.
Yuri? Wait, hold on, I'm not done yet!
Sayouri shuffles a bunch of papers around. Yuri stammers her words suddenly caught in her throat. At the moment, she realizes how Sayouri has been spending her afternoon.
I wasn't expecting you to come today. I was really hoping to make it all the way through the next chapter first. But I got most of the way through it. And look!
Sayouri holds up a sheet of paper. It's the pages of notes, beautifully produced with indentations, categories, and even color coding. As Yuri sees it, her expression shifts from anxiety to despair.
I was afraid you were getting disappointed in me. I've never been really hard.
Stop. Yuri presses her fist against her forehead. Please stop. I can't take this.
Yuri?
Sayouri's voice quivers in a shock after having received the exact opposite response she was expecting. I'm sorry. Sayouri looks away in guilt.
Did I do something wrong? I don't understand. So, if I did something wrong, please tell me.
Yuri shakes her head. No, it's me. I keep putting myself in these situations where people are afraid to treat me normally. And oh boy, my voice is getting all dried up. If you don't like this kind of reading, it's okay. Please just tell me. I don't need to be treated differently just because I'm weird.
But I don't treat you differently. I just want you to be my friend to be happy. So I thought if we did something together that you really like.
I don't want your pity. Oh. Why did I do that? Yuri sinks to her knees. Her voice squeaks. I'm so sorry. Tears of guilt, of self-loathing begin to stream down her face. This isn't how it was supposed to go. Why is it so hard just to accurately articulate your voice? Why do you end up pushing everyone away from you? Yuri's mind pounds with internal accusation as she shuts her eyes, unable to face Sayouri or the rest of the world. She should leave, just escape from here, before Monica sees her like this, and before Sayouri tells Monica what she did. But before Yuri can put any strength into her legs, she feels a warm pair of arms gently wrap around from her behind her. Aww.
It's okay.
Sayouri whispers in a soothing voice.
It's okay. It's okay.
Overcome by despair, Yuri finds herself unable to protest or pull away from Sayori's kind gesture. Yuri sniffles, breathing heavily through a clenched throat, trying with all of her willpower to control herself.
I understand. I understand that the things you're feeling in your head are different from now. The things you're trying to say. I know that you must be what you're feeling right now. I promise, I understand that. So I'll give you as much time as you need. When you're ready, just tell me your feelings, and we'll talk about them together, okay?
Yuri sniffles again and nods her head. She gives herself a minute to compose her thoughts, then speak while steadying her voice. I think that I've gotten so used to people being weirded out about me that it feels like anyone who's nice to me is just doing it out of pity. I'm so horrible with people, so it makes me not want to believe that someone can actually like me for who I am. Yuri pauses, but Sayouri doesn't interrupt. Rather, she waits for Yuri to continue. I got so excited when I joined the literature club. I thought it was finally my chance to make friends through my interests. Because my interests are the only thing that I know how to talk about. It's all I have going for me. But then whenever I catch myself getting overly obsessive in front of other people, it feels like I'm making a fool of myself. I hate myself for it. Ultimately, I just want to be treated like a normal person, but how am I supposed to expect that when I can't behave like one? The art style makes them very different compared to what they were like drawn as before. I just want to learn how to get along with people and stop ruining things for myself. That's all. Yuri finishes her thoughts, feeling more steady after having gotten them out. Sayouri, who can feel Yuri's breath rise and fall beneath her arms, realizes as well.
Thank you for helping me understand you a little bit better. You know, you were so great at helping me while we were reading, so I'll help you with things that you need too.
But I feel like that it would just be frustrating for you with how much patience I require sometimes.
That sounds kind of familiar. I couldn't stop worrying about that while we were reading. I was so afraid you would get frustrated with me.
But I would never do that. I did my best to reassure you by mentioning how I have a lot of patience.
Yeah, I know, but my irrational fears just won't be quiet sometimes. I'm sure it's the same for you, right?
Yeah, irrational fears.
Well, you know, there's no way that you could frustrate me because I already like you as the person that you are. I know you said that you have a hard time believing that, but I promise that it's true.
You don't have to be a social person for people to like. I think you're
really considering in your own way, you know? Worrying so much about people's feelings. We're all kind of weird. It's a literature club. But it's the best part of that we're all different and have different interests. Like about the book. I'm reading it because I want to. I promise that's what I really want. It's a bit of a struggle, but try not to mistake that for me not enjoying it. I mean, we could never discover new things if we didn't try them at first, right? I want to learn the reason that you love it so much. And in the end, if it's not for me, then I can say that, but I'll be glad that I tried it and I learned more about you. Plus, you're like super duper smart. I don't want that to rub off me.
Yuri fights back a smile at the comments. Already the heavy atmosphere surrounding her seems to have evaporated through the caress of Sayouri's arms.
Your hair is so pretty. I always wanted long hair, but I was awful at taking care of it, so I cut it all off.
Yuri's tension relaxes. For once, she feels okay just listening, rather than worry so much about the right thing. Sayouri, sensing Yuri's comfort, lets her rest. It must be so difficult for her to feel relaxed about other people. But if the literature club can make it happen, then something that she deserves to experience. Aww. Well then, based on my understanding on your feelings, I suppose I wouldn't mind if we were to continue reading.
That's what I wanted to hear.
But we can stop at any time. If you truly don't like it, please be honest about it. I won't be offended.
Of course! I'm not gonna judge anything this early on, though. So we'll just see what happens.
Oh, and, it's not good to touch people without their consent first.
Oh no! I'm sorry! I didn't mean to make you uncomfortable.
Oh, you didn't? I mean, I suppose it was kind of nice. I was just saying, I'm back.
Monica's back! I haven't seen you, like, at all recently.
Sayouri trots over to Monica. She whispers loudly.
Can I hug you?
Sure, Sayouri. Sayouri wraps her arm around Monica. Oh yeah, Yuri, it might be good to know. Sayouri can be kind of a hug monster.
Hey, don't call me a monster! Artemis is a monster. If he inherits the kingdom, it could spell disaster.
Yuri laughs. Monica, perplexedly looks between the two of them, then smiles. Well, I'm glad you've been enjoying your reading so far. It's like our first real activity as the literature club. About that, well, you've been so patient with exploring my interest. I think that it would be inconsiderate of me not to return the favor to you and learn about the things that you like.
Yes! Do you like poetry?
Yep. Yuri smiles. Ah. And that was that. Oh, it's so nice. Ooh. That's a very nice picture. Is there anything else? And where is it? Ah. Set wallpaper. I like how this is a nice, a bit more of an emotional kind of thing. And we even have a new music. Yay! So anyway, guys, I'm going to leave this video here. I'm liking that the videos aren't like an hour long and only 40 minutes long. But also, I can't really continue because I've run out of side stories. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to off-screen quickly. I'm going to try and rush through it because I'm annoyed that I'm kind of like making myself remember everything that happens in the story. Because again, I'm going to play this later on. But whatever, I could give myself maybe like another 7 months to then do this again. But yeah. So yeah, I'm really liking this so far. It's like a nice little emotional story. It's like in the DDLC, you're expecting it to be just very scary, but this one's just a nice and emotional thing. Well, it depends. You don't really know what's going to happen. Whatever. Well, anyway, guys, thank you guys for watching the video. If you like it, leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe, and about. I'll see you all in the future.